Did you know that the first 30 minutes after you wake up can determine whether your blood sugar stays stable or spikes for the rest of the day? If you're over 60 and living with diabetes, listen closely because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you feel about your health. There's something called the dawn phenomenon, a silent enemy that causes your blood sugar to rise the moment you open your eyes, even if you've done everything right, taking your meds on time, sticking to a careful diet, and avoiding sugar just like your doctor told you. But if you ignore the information in this article, you could be letting your body spiral into scary blood sugar numbers, leaving you tired, irritable, and anxious all day long. And you don't want that, do you, my wonderful friends over 60? I'm here to tell you a truth that most doctors rarely explain clearly. You can take control of your morning blood sugar, not with complicated changes or expensive medications, but with 5 simple morning habits that take less than 45 minutes a day. These habits not only help lower your blood sugar, but also boost your energy, your confidence, and your sense of control over your own health. In this first part, I'll introduce the first 2 habits, explain how they work, and why they can truly change your life. But be careful, because at the end of the article, I'll reveal a special tip, something most people overlook. But that could be the key to keeping your blood sugar steady all day long. If you find this information helpful, consider following for more health tips for your golden years. Now, let's get started. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, grab your glucose meter, and see 180 mg/dL, even though you ate carefully the night before and took your meds right on time. You feel frustrated, right? I've been there. I remember those days when my morning blood sugar felt like a game of chance. 140 one day, 200 the next, and I had no idea why. Then I discovered something no one had ever told me: the dawn phenomenon. While we sleep, the body releases hormones like cortisol to help us prepare for the new day. But in people over 60 with diabetes, these hormones can trigger the liver to release too much glucose, causing a spike in blood sugar right as you wake up. It's like your body is playing a trick on you at the start of every day. But don't worry, because I've found 5 morning habits backed by science that can shut down the dawn phenomenon and help you start your day with stable blood sugar. These habits don't require you to run marathons or buy expensive supplements. They're so simple that anyone can do them, no matter your age or current health. Let me tell you about my friend John, who's 68 years old. He used to wake up every morning with blood sugar levels between 170 and 190 mg/dL. Even though he was following everything his doctor said, he felt exhausted, like his body wasn't listening to him anymore. But after adopting the first 2 habits I'm about to share, his morning blood sugar dropped to 140 mg/dL in just 2 weeks, and he felt more energized than ever. Want to know what he did? The first habit is waking up actively, what I like to call a gentle yet effective way to wake up your body. Let me tell you about a morning a few months ago when my 9-year-old granddaughter saw me dragging myself out of bed and said, "Grandpa, why are you walking like an old robot?" I laughed, but she was right. I used to wake up sluggishly sitting on the edge of the bed for 10 minutes, feeling dizzy before finally shuffling to the kitchen. Have you ever felt like that? It turns out this slow wake-up routine doesn't just make us feel groggy. It can also cause your blood sugar to spike higher than necessary. When you wake up too slowly, your body stays in a sleep mode longer, keeping those dawn hormones active, which causes the liver to keep releasing glucose. A study from the Cleveland Clinic found that older adults with diabetes who activated their circulation within the first 10 minutes of waking had morning blood sugar levels 23% lower than those who got up slowly. But don't worry, you don't have to jump rope or go for a run. Waking up actively is just a series of simple movements that take exactly 10 minutes, and anyone can do them. Start right when you open your eyes while still lying in bed. For the first 2 minutes, practice deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times. This is like pumping oxygen into your brain and waking up your nervous system. Then, during minutes 3 and 4, rotate your ankles 10 times in each direction. Then flex and extend each leg 5 times. Don't think of this as exercise. It's just to get your blood flowing without tiring you out. By minute 5, slowly sit up on the edge of the bed and stay there for a minute, rotating your shoulders forward and backward 10 times to prevent dizziness. Finally, from minute 7 to minute 10, Stand up and walk gently around the room, as if you're strolling through a park. That's it. Mr. John did exactly that. He used to sit on his bed for 15 minutes before even leaving the room, and his blood sugar was always high. After trying this active wake-up routine, he noticed not only a drop in blood sugar, but also that he felt more alert, like his body was truly ready for the day. Another friend, Mary, age 66, shared that after 2 weeks of doing this, her morning blood sugar dropped from 185 more dl to 150 moles dl, and she no longer felt dizzy when standing up. Why is this habit so effective? Because it sends a clear signal to the body that it's time to transition from sleep to action, lowering cortisol levels and preventing the liver from releasing excess glucose. But this habit is just the beginning. The second habit is even simpler. But don't let its simplicity fool you. It can completely change the way your body handles blood sugar. It's called smart hydration. Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about how dehydrated your body might be after a long night of sleep? When you sleep for 7 to 8 hours, that's 7 to 8 hours without a single drop of water. After age 60, our bodies don't signal thirst as clearly as they used to, and many people even avoid drinking water before bed, so they don't have to wake up to use the bathroom. But here's a problem few people talk about. When your body is even slightly dehydrated, your blood glucose concentration can spike immediately. Imagine putting a spoonful of sugar into half a glass of water compared to a full glass. The sugar concentration in the half glass will be much higher, right? Your body works the same way. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that older adults with diabetes who were mildly dehydrated in the morning had blood sugar levels 15 to 30 mg/dL higher than those who were properly hydrated. But it's not just about drinking water. It's about drinking it smart, the right amount, at the right time, in the right way. Start first thing in the morning, even before going to the bathroom. Drink a glass of water at room temperature. Not cold, not hot. Cold water can shock your digestive system, while hot water can make you feel sleepy again. The amount of water you need depends on your body weight. Take your weight in kilograms and divide it by 35.5 to get your daily water requirement. Then drink 25% of that amount within the first 30 minutes of your day. For example, if you weigh 70 kilograms, you need about 2 liters of water daily and around 500 milliliters in the morning. Drink the first glass right after waking up, the second after completing your active wake-up routine, and the third about 15 minutes before breakfast. But here's the special trick. Add a pinch of unrefined sea salt and a few drops of lemon to the first glass. This isn't for flavor. It helps replenish the electrolytes you lost overnight and allows your body to absorb water more effectively at the cellular level. Susan, age 72, tried this habit and couldn't believe her eyes. Her morning blood sugar dropped from 160 mg/dL to 140 mg/dL in just 3 weeks, and she felt more energized throughout the day without that mid-morning fatigue. Another study from Stanford University confirmed that proper hydration helps the liver process glucose more efficiently, allows the kidneys to filter better, and even helps diabetes medications work more effectively. It's like oiling an engine. Everything runs more smoothly. These two habits, active wake-up and smart hydration, form the foundation for managing your morning blood sugar. But don't stop here, because the next 3 habits are even more powerful, especially the third one, something most of us do wrong every single day without even realizing it. Keep reading to discover them and how they can turn your morning from a blood sugar nightmare into the best part of your day. Have you ever wondered why your blood sugar still spikes, even though you're trying to do everything right? If you're over 60 and battling diabetes, take a moment and listen closely, because what I'm about to share could be the missing piece in your fight against the dawn phenomenon, the silent culprit behind early morning blood sugar surges. In the first part, we explored 2 powerful habits, active wake-up and smart hydration, which help you gently activate your body and rehydrate properly to reduce glucose levels. But that was only the beginning. The next 3 habits I'm going to introduce today will take you even closer to gaining control over your blood sugar, boosting your energy, and living each day with vitality. And if you skip this information, you might miss out on a chance to turn your anxious mornings into moments of confidence and strength. And you don't want that, do you, my wonderful friends over 60? In this section, I'll share the remaining 3 habits: strategic breakfast, smart monitoring, and calm activation, each of which is a powerful tool to fight the dawn phenomenon and help you feel more in control of your health. But the most exciting part is a special secret, something that took me years to discover, waiting for you at the very end. It will show you how to combine all 5 habits to achieve maximum results. If you're feeling inspired, consider following along so you don't miss more health tips made just for your golden years. Now, let's continue the journey. The 3rd habit, and perhaps the most important, is strategic breakfast. I want to confess something to you. Years ago, I thought I was doing everything right with my breakfast. I had unsweetened oatmeal with milk, a glass of natural orange juice, a slice of toast with sugar-free jam, and a cup of coffee with artificial sweetener. My doctor told me to avoid sugar, and I thought I was doing great. But guess what happened? My blood sugar after breakfast would often shoot above 200 mg/dL, and I had no idea why. I felt defeated, like all my efforts were useless. Then a doctor friend explained something I wish I had known earlier. Avoiding sugar isn't enough. The real issue lies in the type of food you eat and how you eat it. After age 60, our bodies don't handle carbohydrates the same way. Our metabolism slows down, insulin sensitivity drops, and carb-heavy breakfasts, even healthy ones like oatmeal or toast, can spike blood sugar faster than insulin can manage. In 2023, the American Diabetes Association published a study showing that older adults who followed a special breakfast formula improved their blood sugar control by up to 40% throughout the day. The formula isn't complicated, but it does require changing the way you approach breakfast. The strategic breakfast formula is this: 40% high-quality protein, 30% healthy fats, and 30% low glycemic complex carbohydrates. But even more important than the ingredients is the order in which you eat them. Yes, the order matters. Start with protein in the first 5 minutes. That could be 2 fried eggs with a spoonful of olive oil, a glass of unsweetened milk, a palm-sized piece of cheese, or 2 tablespoons of walnuts. Protein stimulates the release of GLP-1, a hormone that signals the pancreas to prepare for better glucose handling. Next, in the following 5 minutes, eat fiber and healthy fats, half an avocado, a spoonful of chia seeds soaked in water, or leafy greens like spinach salad. Finally, if you're still hungry, eat complex carbs in the last 5 minutes, a slice of whole grain seeded bread, half a cup of plain oatmeal, or a small green apple. Let me suggest 3 specific breakfasts you can try right away. First, the classic breakfast: 2 fried eggs with olive oil, a quarter of an avocado, and a slice of whole grain seeded bread, totaling under 20 grams of carbs. Second, a quick breakfast: a glass of unsweetened milk, a spoonful of almonds, and half a cup of strawberries, under 15 grams of carbs. Third, the American-style breakfast: 2 eggs with spinach, a spoonful of stewed beans, and a small slice of cornbread, under 18 grams of carbs. Linda, age 65, tried this eating style and was amazed when her post-breakfast blood sugar dropped from 190 mg/dL to 135 mg/dL in just 3 weeks. Even better, she no longer felt sluggish mid-morning or craved sweets before lunch. Why does this habit work? Because you're working with your body, not against it. Protein prepares your digestive system, fiber and fats slow down sugar absorption, and complex carbs ensure a gradual rise in blood sugar. But be careful. Don't overeat carbs, even the good kind, because your body is more sensitive to them in the morning. Just a little is enough. The 4th habit is smart monitoring, and this is where most of us make mistakes without even realizing it. Let me ask you, when you check your blood sugar and see a high number, like 180 mg/dL, what do? Do you sigh, put the meter away, and think, what a bad day? I used to do that. I'd see 200 mg/dL and feel angry, like my body was working against me. But then I learned something from Dr. Richard Bernstein, who has lived with diabetes since he was 12 and is now in his 80s. Your glucose meter isn't your enemy. It's your best friend if you know how to use it. The problem with traditional monitoring is that we simply record the number and move on. It's like checking the oven temperature without knowing what's cooking inside. Smart monitoring is different. It helps you create a personal blood sugar map that shows how your body responds to each habit. Start by measuring 4 times in the morning. The first time, take a reading right when you wake up, before getting out of bed. This is your baseline blood sugar. Write down the number, the exact time, and how you feel: tired, achy, or refreshed. The second reading should be about 10 minutes after you get up, following your active wake-up routine, to see how movement affects your levels. The third reading comes 15 minutes after drinking water, to assess the impact of hydration. The fourth reading is 1 hour after breakfast, to evaluate your strategic breakfast. But don't just record the numbers, capture the context. How did you sleep the night before? Were you stressed? Did you take your medication on time? What did you eat for dinner? After a week, you'll start seeing patterns. For example, Patricia, age 71, noticed that when she slept less than 6 hours, her morning blood sugar was always 20-30 mg/dL higher. Robert, 69, discovered that eating dinner late made his morning readings unpredictable. These insights help you make adjustments instead of feeling helpless. Smart monitoring gives you power. It turns those numbers from threats into tools. The fifth habit is calm activation, and it's the most underrated habit, but also one of the most powerful. Let me tell you about a time in my life when my morning blood sugar felt like a joke. Some days it was 140 mg/dL. Other days it shot up to 210 mg/dL, even though I was doing everything the same. One day my nephew, he's in medical school, asked, "Uncle, have you noticed whether your readings are higher on stressful days?" I thought it was a silly question. What does stress have to do with blood sugar? But I started paying attention, and what I discovered left me stunned. On mornings when I woke up feeling anxious about money, my wife's health, or bad news, my blood sugar was always higher, even though I was eating the same and taking my medications as usual. It turns out that morning, stress has a direct link to blood sugar. When you're worried, your body releases cortisol, which tells your liver to release stored glucose, basically dumping more sugar into your bloodstream. A study from Stanford University found that older adults with diabetes who practiced morning stress reduction techniques had 18% more stable blood sugar and levels that were 25% lower than those who didn't. Calm activation is a 5-minute routine designed specifically for people over 60. Sit comfortably on your bed or in a chair. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel your belly rise. Hold your breath for 4 seconds, and exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat 8 times. Then, with your eyes closed, do a body scan for 2 minutes from your forehead down to your toes, relaxing each tense area. Finally, think of 3 specific things you're grateful for, not just family in general, but something like, my morning cup of coffee, my knees didn't hurt today, or my grandchild called last night. Nancy, age 70, tried this and saw her blood sugar stabilize from 160 mg/dL down to 130-150 mg/dL, and she felt noticeably calmer too. These 3 habits, strategic breakfast, smart monitoring, and calm activation, are the keys to controlling your blood sugar. But the real secret, the one that can triple their effectiveness, is still waiting for you at the end. Keep reading to discover what it is. If you're over 60 and tired of unpredictable morning blood sugar numbers, stop and listen, because this is the most important part. The dawn phenomenon, the thing that causes your blood sugar to spike the moment you wake up, is not something you have to accept. In the last 2 parts, we explored 5 powerful habits: active wake-up, smart hydration, strategic breakfast, smart monitoring, and calm activation. Each habit is a tool to fight the dawn phenomenon and help you start your day with stable blood sugar and lasting energy. But today, I'm going to reveal the biggest secret, the one that can triple the effectiveness of all 5 habits. If you skip this part, you might be missing the key to managing diabetes and living a confident, healthy life. And you don't want that, do you, my wonderful friends over 60? In this final section, I'll share the real secret. It's not just the individual habits, it's how you combine them in a specific sequence. I'll explain why this sequence matters, how to follow it, and what results you can expect. On top of that, I'll recap everything and give you a clear plan to turn your mornings into the best part of your day. If you find this information helpful, please share it with your loved ones, who might need it too, and don't forget to follow for more health tips tailored for your golden years. Let's complete this journey together. Imagine you're a conductor, and your body is an orchestra. Each morning habit is an instrument, And when you play them in the right order, you create a beautiful symphony of health. But if you play them out of order, the music becomes chaotic, and so does your blood sugar. After years of trial and error, I realized the power of these 5 habits isn't just in doing them, but in doing them in the right sequence. I tried changing the order, drinking water first, checking my blood sugar later, or saving calm activation for last, and discovered that just getting the order wrong could swing my blood sugar by as much as 40 mg/dl. That's the difference between 180 mg/dl and 140 mg/dl, between an anxious morning and a confident day. Let me share the optimal routine. It takes exactly 45 minutes each morning. Start the moment you open your eyes, during minutes 1 to 2 with calm activation. Sit on your bed, breathe using the 4-4-6 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 8 times. This calms the nervous system, lowers cortisol immediately, and prepares your body for the steps ahead. Don't check your phone or think about your to-do list. Let your body begin the day in peace. At minute 3, begin smart monitoring. Check your blood sugar while still in bed, before standing up. This is your baseline measurement, unaffected by movement. Record the number, the time, and how you feel. Then from minutes 4 to 13, transition to active wake-up. Do 5 deep breaths, ankle circles, leg stretches, shoulder rolls, and a light 3-minute walk. You're doing this after calming your body, allowing a smooth transition from rest to motion, no rushing. At minute 14, begin smart hydration. Drink your first glass of room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt and a few drops of lemon. Now that circulation is activated, your body absorbs water more efficiently. At minute 18, check your blood sugar a second time to measure the impact of calm, movement, and hydration. From minutes 19 to 24, complete your calm activation with a body scan and gratitude practice. Your mind is now clear and your body relaxed. This helps maximize stress reduction. From minutes 25 to 27, drink your second glass of water, just plain filtered water, for continued hydration. Then from minutes 28 to 42, prepare and eat your strategic breakfast in the correct order. Protein first, followed by fiber and healthy fats, and finally complex carbs. At this point, your body is fully primed to absorb nutrients efficiently. Lastly, at minute 43, check your blood sugar a third time, 1 hour after breakfast, to evaluate whether the full routine worked. Mr. William, age 74, was one of the first to try this sequence. Previously, his morning blood sugar ranged from 170 to 195 mg/dl, constantly leaving him anxious. After 1 month of following this exact routine, his average reading dropped to 142 mg/dl, and the best part was its consistency. No more random spikes. He shared that he felt like he'd taken back control of his body. He was no longer at the mercy of the numbers. Why is this sequence so powerful? Because each step prepares your body for the next. Breathing lowers cortisol, which allows for more accurate glucose readings. Movement increases insulin sensitivity, which makes hydration more effective. Calm activation keeps cortisol down and gets your body ready for a strategic breakfast. By the time you eat, your body is in the optimal state to process nutrition. The result isn't just lower blood sugar, but better energy, mood, and mental clarity. Let's recap the 5 habits in their sequence. First, calm activation with 4-4-6 breathing. Second, baseline blood sugar check. Third, active wake-up with 10 minutes of gentle movement. Fourth, smart hydration, starting with a glass of water with salt and lemon. Fifth, second glucose check. Sixth, complete calm activation with body scan and gratitude. Seventh, drink your second glass of water. Eighth, eat your strategic breakfast, starting with protein, then fiber, then carbs. And finally, ninth, check your glucose a third time after breakfast. In total, 45 minutes, but they can completely transform your day. If you want to take control of your diabetes, maintain your energy, and live your golden years with confidence, start this routine today. Don't let the dawn phenomenon steal your health. These habits aren't just tools, they're daily reminders that you have the power to take control of your body. The results will come quickly. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you'll notice more stable blood sugar and increased energy. By weeks 3, 4, you'll feel more alert and less fatigued. And by weeks 5, 8, you'll begin to feel more confident, like your body is coming back to life. If you found this information helpful, please share it with friends and loved ones who might need it too. I'm working on another article about 3 common mistakes people with diabetes make after lunch, and how to avoid them to keep blood sugar stable all day. Stay tuned so you don't miss it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Diabetes doesn't define you. You have the power to manage it, and these habits are the first step. Wishing you a great day, with steady numbers and the joy of living fully. I'll see you in the next article.